I'd sink like a stone.
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim. Can't very well be liaison to the mer people if I don't know how to swim.
You're a liaison to the mer people?
Well, not technically, no. At least not yet. The position doesn't actually exist at the moment, but I have a plan to change that. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but we duelled in the Crossed Swans Club.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer people.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs are. I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the ministry, then the mer people should have one too.
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the mer people is a grand idea.
You do? Oh, thank you. Of course I haven't exactly done anything just yet. I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. Reciprocity and an offer to visit. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
How has wizardkind fallen short in its treatment of mer people?
Well, we've consistently deemed mer people as being beneath us despite the many similarities between our cultures. One can hardly blame them for declining being status by the ministry years ago. Who are we to classify those of such beauty and intelligence?
What do you imagine a liaison to the mer people would do?
Oh, so many things. I want to know everything I can about them. After I've mastered swimming, I perfect my mermish, of course, and I'd share with them anything they wanted to know about wizardkind. My hope is that by understanding each other better, both of our societies could grow.
What is it about the mer people that interests you so much?
I can't begin to tell you how brilliant they are. I mean, rumour is that tales about them have infiltrated even the Muggle world. The oldest known mer people, sirens, come from Greece. And of course Scotland has Selkies and Ireland is home to Merrows. I could go on for ages about them. Their glorious underwater communities, domestication of sea life, their art and music. It's a travesty how little is understood about them.
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you! The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water. I can't wait to hear about what you find. One day soon I'll see for myself. I just know it.
I'll see for myself. I just know it. 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 I About what we discussed, Nerida.
The mer people? Yes. I'm hoping you'll be able to dive down and retrieve the gift they left me. Why did I never learn how to swim?
Revelio. Look at this place. Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact? Bombarda! Incendio! Confringo! Now then, I'll need you to come with me. Now for the rest of you. Lumos. What do we have in here, then? Nerida will be happy about this. Your gift from the mer people was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
Then I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvelous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the Ministry. Should I hand deliver it or send by owl? Thank you again. So much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and mer people for decades to come. I can't wait to study this.
Revelio. 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 Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Revelio. What do you have in store for me this time? Revelio. Repulso! Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. Cursed Revelio. 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 Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio. Revelio. An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned. Revelio. Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Revelio. 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 Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Patrol. Like I ain't got nothing better to do. yourself. I will make
Confringo!
some.
Accio! Revelio! Accio! Descendo! Also! Flipendo! Accio! Protego! Revelio! This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Loud as a... Get over here, you insolent...
Sender! Revelio.
Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection charms.
Revelio. 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 Levioso. Revelio. Bombarda! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo!
Careful now. It's been a pleasure.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Rally behind strength and you can't go wrong. It's when minds stand behind whimsy that castle. Betting on the dragon.
Confringo!
Pathetic!
Accio.
Egg you, Roy.
Cinder.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you. Someone messing about?
Sendo.
Reducto!
Father. Confringo. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Ha. Levioso. Tego. Stupefy.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be eliminated.
Revelio.
Wizard kind will submit to us once the war is over. An intruder!
Tego. Stupefy.
Oh.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
I'm sorry, Natty. I wish there was something I could do to help.
You have done plenty. In fact, many of my good days are good because of you. The bad days, however. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'd been collecting Chiz Purple back the entire term. Then I thought I'd be clever and simply keep a few Chiz Purples.
Revelio.
We're going to see who can stay up the latest.
Our door's atrocious.
Why do students always frown? Peeve should burn the castle down!
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo, Bombarda, Defendo, Incendio.
suppose one could smuggle it.
Revelio.
I'm not ready for Professor Bin's lecture. I forgot my pillow.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had on the wizard milling industry. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall. Along with the rest of the castle, it was completed in the late early Middle Ages. The hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts. Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name. Lodgok said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin-wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day. Where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby. Curious students can find him on display here in the bell tower entrance hall. I recommend that all students introduce themselves to this hero.
Oh.
Grimbold Weft.
Searching for Grimbold Weft is so dull. I'd rather be
Revelio.
Selling buttons on witches and wizards' coats. Without
This Grimbold Weft sounds like a helpful fellow.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. I know the feeling quite well. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Aphbuttle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment. Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues of knights, I should clarify. Keen-eyed students will spot the statue
Handy
of Sir
resource
Aphbuttle
indeed,
of the
your
cheerful
field guide.
countenance nestled among the
pleased
ranks.
being
His
Revelio.
fame was not won by vanquishing foes in single combat, nor by slaying bloodthirsty dragons, but rather in training yards and sculleries, where his warm and approachable demeanor was celebrated by old friends and newcomers alike. I encourage everyone to make the waving statue's acquaintance.
Revelio.
Abandoning class to wander the halls is in keeping with Professor Binns's manner of teaching.
Revelio.
As one would expect, Hogwarts contains no narthexes, since obviously those would not be found in castles.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Afpuddle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Afpuddle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins, most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
Goblins and wizard kind will never trust each other.
Yes, well, it takes a cauldron to raise a chisperful, as they say. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. The wise student, such as yourself, will learn from it. History is written by those who do their schoolwork, so they say. Or at least, I like to say that.
Revelio.
How can we do so much and accomplish so little?
Revelio.
You don't know him. Balthazar's very sensitive and very partial to the library.
Balthazar, you're truly the silliest person I know.
You're lucky the librarian didn't see you. You and Balthazar would both be in detention.
I wouldn't mind. Balthazar's quite partial to detention.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was
No wonder
empty.
Ravenclaws are so clever, though, isn't it? Having to solve things every time you want to go into the common room. Bit much, I'd say.
My older sister came here. Said she carved her initials into the fireplace of our common room. But I think she made it up.
Always wondered what the other house's common rooms looked like. Ours is the best, of course. Still, I do wonder.
I tried to hide a puffskein once, in the corner of the common room.
I find its location a little untoward myself.
Oh, someone prodded a Mimbless Mimbletonia in the common room. Stink sap everywhere. I'm avoiding it entirely until they or the
Oh, the Ministry will hear about this. The fiends will rot in Azkaban.
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped.
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Did that really happen, or are you simply being overdramatic?
Of course it happened! I heard it straight from the horse's mouth! Oh, she is a rather horse-faced girl, that Astoria Cricket. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's where my other frame hung. A hovel of a place, though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So, back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Sirona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
I don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Sirona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a fourth-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
But breaking into Wilfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
He truly is rather foul, isn't he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Oh, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the hogshead. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Revelio.
You've made a mistake. Thinking in terms of good and evil merely indicates a limited imagination, in my opinion.
You should never have come here. Your life ends here. Confringo! Look what you've done. You'll pay for that.
Confringo! Defender!
This has become personal.
Incendio! Confringo!
That ought to warm.
Revelio! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio!
If the headmaster needs Ferdinand, he's going to part with some gold.
Trivicus Totalis!
Troll you are. Think you can
No
sneak
one's going to pay a ransom.
Come back here!
You don't want to trouble.
Where did you go, coward?
You little... No one's going to pay a ransom for that portrait.
You won't escape again!
Skulking off only further stokes my fury. Fool.
Revelio!
It's about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
It's been a bit grim, I will.
Rockborough's always a treasure trove. Never failed to fill the sacks.
How did I get mixed?
Oi! Potato!
yourself!
Repulsor! Accio! Ascendo! Flipendo! Protego!
What have you done?
No more. I know, I'm not hearing things.
Petrificus Totalis!
Accio! Ascendo!
Protego!
Repulsor! Accio! Ascendo!
Come on, too afraid to fight back?
Ascendo! Revelio. 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 Alohomora.
It's about time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Depulso, Accio, Flipendo, Crescendo, Confringo, Bombarda, Defendo, Incendio, Lumos, Reparo, Arresto Momento, Levioso, Glacius, Bombarda, Confringo, Defendo, Incendio, Lumos, Reparo, Defendo, Confringo, Defendo, Incendio, Depulso, Flipendo, Accio, Descendo, Arresto Momento, Glacius, Arresto Momento, Levioso.
Calm down. I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please. Oh, they're bound to be missing me terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this. About time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Calm down. I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
I could just burn you and be done with it.
I'd like to see you try.
You really ought not have said that.
Compulso, Accio, Incendio.
Are you burning me? Oh. No.
Glacius.
About time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Accio! Confringo!
Calm down, I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
I could just burn you and be done with it.
I'd like to see you try.
You really ought not have said that.
Bombarda! Confringo!
Are you burning me? Oh! No! No!
It's about time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Calm down. I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please. Oh, they're bound to be missing me terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? It's pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this. Are you a troll? All your heavy stamping about is going to damage my frame!
Knew how to keep muggles out. It was Hengist of Woodcroft.
I wonder if they'll ever find that golden snitch in Bodmin Moor.
Can't imagine how I'd have felt as a boy if my headmaster cancelled Quidditch.
Godric Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history.
Beedle the Bard is a bit too hairy-hearted for my taste.
Not enough reflection on the past, in my opinion. The world learns from its mistakes.
You're rot for this! Leaving me in here with your unsanitary clutter! Get me out!
To keep muggles out. Woodcroft.
Find myself scurrying home at that point.
That's what my mother always said.
As you know, Lumos.
I do trust Augusta Hilda when it comes to that.
I was out throwing the potions master at Hogwarts when I was only a third year.
You there! Are you deaf? There's a terrible draft in here coming straight up my pantaloons!
Hogwarts.
You were always a brilliant potion.
What is the meaning of this? This isn't the Three Broomsticks!
No, it's not. It's the Hogshead.
Did you fall into a cauldron of stupid potion? You've brought me to the wrong place! It's absolutely vile in here.
It's no Three Broomsticks, that's for certain.
Please, you can't mean to leave me here. Please.
Goodbye, Ferdinand. Enjoy your new home.
I'd normally toss the both of you out. But I like the look of the fancy man. Target practice.
Bastards.
Revelio.
Squibs, mudbloods, goblins, house elves. All disgusting if you ask me.
My husband was given a life sentence in Azkaban for using inferior.
I suspect you're planning to enchant your inferiors to avoid flames as well?
You'd think knowing spells would simplify things. Never seems to work that way for me.
You certainly seem nonchalant about reanimating a corpse.
Reparo has saved me more broken glasses than I care to count.
I'd never suspect inferior to be so strong with how emaciated they look.
I simply pretended that someone had used Expelliarmus. But really, I'd forgotten to bring it out with me.
Should be hearing back soon about the position. The vendor might seem like harmless fun, but not when you've just had your hair done by Calliope Snelling. That said, I'd stand before you.
Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry. How exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
beats for feet. How hilarious. I mean, how terrible. Horrible. Truly.
You and the entire school may find it funny, but the situation is dire.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
If I'm honest, I'd say he had it coming.
Normally I'd agree with you, but he's my brother. I know what he did showed abysmal judgment on his part. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry. Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry. Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry. Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it. tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family is indebted to you.
What was it you needed my help with, Samantha?
You were going into the tomb east of Brockborough where my ancestor was laid to rest. There, you were to place a crest upon his sarcophagus. I'm hoping that will reverse the curse that has turned my brother's feet to beads.
I need to find the tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there. Revelio.
What ho, Troll Slayer? Oh, my poor troll. Troll Slayer, I can't thank you enough for what you did.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio. Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. Oh, my feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start. Revelio. Should have known a herbologist would use Devil's Snare. Depulso! Revelio. 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 Depulso. Revelio. Lumos. A troll? You can't be serious. Focus to tell us. Tell us. Revelio. A sarcophagus. This must be Marmaduke. That should reverse the curse. Hopefully. Revelio. Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants. Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants. Revelio. Revelio. Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse. It's like a place right out of a storybook. Revelio. Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Also, Revelio. Away! Faster! Time to go a little quicker. Revelio. Revelio. Could it be a Merlin trial? Revelio. Revelio.
Doesn't matter if they're still alive. Concentrate on the spoils we'll be leaving.
You're nowhere to hide now! I'll watch the light.
Let's get this over.
Triplicus Totalis!
I have things to do.
You've made it.
Revelio.
Was it upper or lower Hogsfield that we raided last week?
I've had enough of Belcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
Revelio.
Better not be anyone there. I'm in no mood for killing.
Oh,
I don't know why they're called unforgivable curses. Using them don't bother me none.
oh.
Yes, always easy to blame everyone except yourself. Never could it be of your own hand that fortune eludes you. I reckon blame is a popular tool for the weak. Ladies are so giddy when I'm around, I reckon I should call myself Billy West.